We got our special guest in the house, loud boy Dizzo. You come in, step into the circle.
Okay, give him a
I'm gonna give you a big dog. Yeah. Thank you for coming, B.
Thank you for having me.
How are you? Good. So, we have Loud Boy Dizzo in the circle today. We're gonna talk to him, ask him some questions. You know, so the Power Circle is all about creating that platform for local artists, musicians, talents in Ottawa, because there's nothing like this in Ottawa. And so we're very happy that you were able to make it today.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll start, Reggie.
Yeah, for sure.
So first question. So we obviously know who you are, but our audience who watches us, maybe they don't know. So we want to introduce you. So tell us about who you are and what you do.
Well, my name is Loud Boy Dizzo. I rap, I make music, I sing a little, R&B type / rap / trap. You know, a little bit of everything. And I make music and do a little this and a little that. You know.
Okay.
So tell me a bit of like, when did you start making music? What got you into rapping?
To be honest, it was my older brother. Like, it all started when I was like 11, and that was the first time when I was doing an English assignment or something, but I was going to a French school because I can speak French too.
Yeah,
so.
I know.
So I was going to a French school, but I had to do an English assignment, and it was basically like you had to make the words rhyme, and then that was I got an A+ on that. So I was like, why did I get an A+? And I started hanging with my brother, and then when I was like 13. He brought me to like an actual real studio for the first time in my life, and like I fell in love. I was like, wow, like this is what I want to do. You know, I have love for this stuff, and it's easy to me. So,
tell me more about like, I would say, when you started into rapping. Tell me about like the early days, right? Like when you started rapping, what were like the obstacles you had to overcome? You know what I mean? Like what was like, damn, like, you know, like,
yeah, I'd say it's really just having to stay positive, like over everybody that's hating on you, or everybody that has something to say, or everybody that's being negative towards you. Like, cause me, I'm all about positive vibes, so it's really hard to just stay positive and not pay attention to all the negative stuff. You know what I mean? That's one of the hardest parts, to be honest.
And so your rapping style, you mentioned, like you rap, it's trap.
Yeah.
So we noticed after listening to your music that your style is kind of different, just a bit. And there's something unique about your voice, so tell us about your style much more.
I don't know, I be switching it up though, Like sometimes you might catch me going like bar to bar, like, back to back. Or then sometimes you might catch me like singing and melodizing it more. You know what I mean? So that's why you might feel like my voice is different, because I know how to switch my voice. You might hear like a high pitch, or you might hear it like deep. So I just be switching it.
And that's the thing too. Like after I listened to your single "Juice," which is a dope record, by the way. The voice again, right? That's what the auto tune. It wasn't your typical auto tune.
Nah.
It's like, I don't know, like how did you guys come up with the auto tune?
Well, it really has nothing to do with the auto tune, because you have to make it sound like how you want it to sound. So like every single note that I hit, I really hit.
Okay.
So it's just like the auto-tune is just there, and there's like a little bit on it. So it's just there to make it smoothing it out, you know what I mean? And that's really it. But everything that you hear on the song is exactly how I have to hit it. Like, out
of all your songs right now,
yeah.
What song did you put 110%? What song, like, this is you, man? Like, this is your growth, this is your struggle, this is what you want it to be. What song could you tell me? Like, you could probably name me a few, if you can, like, get one song.
I'd probably say Late Nights. Late Nights is like one of my favorite ones, because when we recorded that, I was like, oh, okay, this shit bangs, like this is popping. So there's Late Nights, and after the Late Nights story is All Good. All Good was like, that blew up in the city, like heavily in the series too. And then aside from that, I got a song on my SoundCloud called Tuli, and then that one's like I'm saying a lot in it, like explaining, saying how I feel, what I have to go through. And I mean, those are my favorite songs.
Another thing too is your videos. The videos are like
the quality.
Like the quality.
Yeah.
Your videographer. How do you write a song? Because I feel like writing a song is one process.
Yeah.
You gotta bring me to the studio one day so I can see like how you know what I mean? Like I feel like Like, you know, like, I gotta go to the studio, sometimes I feel like I got bars, bro.
Yeah.
Like, back in the day, they used to call me REG, bro. Like, but, for real, though, like, how do you know, you get to the song, do you already have a visual aspect on how you want the song to be, like, filmed, how it looks?
Not at all, like, it's like even when I'm recording my songs, it goes like, all I really write down is the chorus, like, all I really structure is the chorus. Because like nowadays, that's what everybody like focuses on, the chorus. You know what I mean? Because that's the part that's gonna catch them and everything. So I'll focus on that, and then for like the verse, I'll go in and say how I feel, because I just be vibing. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So then after that, I listen to the song like by myself with nobody, and I really just think what comes to my mind when I hear the song, and that's how I come with my visuals, because it just comes to my head. You know?
Okay.
And you got a show coming up.
Yeah.
You got a show coming up on September 8th at the Bourbon Room. So tell us about that. You're going to be opening for an artist called Yung Tory, that's under Lil Durk.
Yeah.
So tell us about the show.
Well, basically, my promoter, Too Short, he got them to come down. Yung Tory, he's from Toronto. He's a sick artist. You know, he's different as well too. He's gonna be coming down, and I'm gonna be opening up with him too as well. It's gonna be lit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And how many shows have you done before in the past?
Too many.
Too many?
A lot.
And from this question is now, out of all the shows, what's your most memorable show, and why?
Well, it'd probably have to be my first one out here. That was like 2014 or 15ish. And it was like, it was a big event. It was called like Wiggle Wiggle.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. It was called Wiggle Wiggle. It was DJ Titus's event.
Oh shit.
Yeah, DJ Titus's event. It was lit. Like, it was lit. That was like my first show ever. I was so nervous. I was like, yo, fuck. Like, I was shaking. Like, even though it's in me, I was scared. Like, I was mad young. Like, yo, you know. But I played it off, you know. And they were rocking with it. Like, they were singing the lyrics, and I was like I was shocked. Like, even from there, that's why I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't care. Like, you feel me?
Yeah. And like, you must have gotten that adrenaline rush.
Exactly,
like,
exactly. We're jumping, we're throwing water on the stage. My cousin was there, Too Short was there, everybody was there. It was lit.
And tell me a bit about like the state of rap right now. Like, just how do you view rap right now? Like, do you feel like rappers are rapping about the same thing? Do you feel like we can have differences now? You know, like, how's rap for you? Like, when you see the game itself.
I don't know. I feel like I see a lot of resemblance. Like, a lot of rappers do rap about the same thing. Like, a lot of rappers just be like, oh yeah, I started from the bottom. You know what I mean? Started from the bottom now, or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Drake said that, but then I feel like every rapper just started saying that. Like, even if they didn't start from the bottom, they say they started from the bottom. Like, I seen you grow up. You did not start from the bottom. Like, you had it all. We started from the bottom. You feel me?
I remember when you came up, they were calling you Chief Keef.
Yeah.
And how did you take that?
I don't know, because when I came up, I was like melodizing my stuff, like I said. Like, that was basically always my style. And I heard people like compare me to all types of people, like Chief Keef, because Chief Keef is when I came out, that's when Chief Keef really started like coming up, and he started being famous, you know. Mm-hmm. And I already had my hair, I had my dreads, so people just started calling me Chief Keef. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But then after, once I dyed my hair blonde, and then I started to like melodize myself, my music more. Then people started calling me Future.
Really?
Really? You know what I mean? Yeah.
But I feel like you're changing the game, because again, right, the way you sound is not quite like any other rapper we've seen right now in the game.
That's what I'm trying to
feel like the unique aspect of it is what's very different about you, right? And I'm telling you, man, like I seen you grow, man. Like, I seen you grow from like 2015 to now.
For sure. Like,
and like, you only 19 too, eh?
Yeah. Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
You're only 19.
He looks older.
You look older in a good way.
Yeah.
More mature, you know?
Like,
wow.
my boy, the truth. Like, and so where can we listen to your music? Tell all the people out here listening, watching.
When are you getting on Spotify?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We're actually about to do that in a couple of days. We're about to make that account, and we're about to we're gonna flood Spotify.
Let's go. Wait, before your group. The Loud Boys. Tell me about the group. How did you create the group? And like, you're the main dude on the group, right? Okay.
Yeah. So basically, like, what happened was, like I said, like, my brother inspired me. So my brother, like, me and my brother were just in the studio, and like the music was hella loud, and we were like smoking loud. And then he's like, yo, we need a group, you feel me? And then he's like, yo, let's just stick to what Dad calls himself, because our father, he was like, his group was Loud Boys, but like they weren't into music, they were into other stuff, you feel me?
Yeah.
They were into other stuff. So then my brother's like, yo, we're just gonna stick to it because, you know, my father gave up him, like he handed us the torch basically, and we took it from him and we just kept going with it. So it's like now it's only a family thing. Like there's nobody in it that's not family. Like there's me, then there's my brother Izzo, and then after there's Loud Boy Checks. They're both from Montreal as well. I'm from Montreal, you know. Now I'm out here. Who else is there? There's Trey. You know, him, he's like straight R&B. Like he doesn't rap nothing, just straight R&B. And yeah, you know what I mean. That's what he is.
All right. And so you were talking about you guys are going to create an account for Spotify or whatnot.
Yeah.
So is there anything Ottawa should be looking out for?
Yeah, I have a mixtape called BFF, Built for Fans, and it's coming real soon. That's gonna be hot. That's why we're actually making the Spotify account. It's gonna be on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, YouTube, everywhere. You can find it everywhere. Spin Rilla, my mixtapes. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna tell you when it's gonna drop, but
One more question for you. One more question for you, Dizzo, is when you're doing an album, mixtape, you name it, do you have like a certain, like, because I know, like, for example, J. Cole, he doesn't cut his hair. Kendrick Lamar, they don't cut their hair when they're doing the album. Is there something you do specifically when you're recording? Like something like when, like, we know, like, you're an album when you're mixtape. Don't mess with you right now. You feel me?
But like for real, you might just see my hair be like bro, like my new growth. Like, you're gonna be able to tell, like, I'm not gonna look different, and my hair's just gonna be tied up, like, you know. I'm not gonna have time to get a retwist or, you know, get my hair done, palm rolled, none of that. So you're just gonna see a lot of new growth, and that's when you're gonna be able to tell. Because other than that, I always have my hair done.
So if we are walking down the street and we see you, new growth, hair tied up, you're in album mode.
Word.
Bless.
Take notes.
Take notes. Take notes. Take notes.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
we
we're
have
happy.
questions.
There's questions?
Or comments.
Oh, is there? Spit. Freestyle.
A freestyle?
Are you down for freestyle? You can say no.
Yeah,
We've had, okay.
Are you down for freestyle?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Look, school was 5 hours a day and I was there for 2. She always tell me don't forget that I was there for you. Don't fall up in that trap thinking that they care for you. Been through hell and back, but I feel like I ain't make it back. Been in the cell a couple times and I ain't going back. And if you feeling weak, don't you ever show them that. If you got a problem, we can link up, nigga, where you at? Niggas don't understand what this shit mean to me. Caught a couple dumb cases for them Vietnamese. Snatch a chain and I sell it like a murder beat. Niggas out here talking about they gonna murder me. Yeah, you know,
that's good.
Loud Boy in the house.
What's up?
You know, where can we check your music out?
Yeah.
Everywhere.
There's another
YouTube, SoundCloud.
Would you collaborate with other artists in the city, in Ottawa?
Yeah, for sure. Like,
only a few.
Yeah.
Only a few.
Oh yeah, it depends too, cause
It's not free anymore.
It's not.
The manager's talking now.
It depends too though. It depends too, cause I rock with a few artists in the city. Like shout out to Dodo Banks. That nigga going hard. My nigga Hef. You know what I mean?
Artie.
Yeah, Artie is going crazy. Artie Raw. Y'all go check him out still. Those are really the artists I fuck with. I don't fuck with too much. But if I don't like, it's not if I don't fuck with you, but like it's like if like we're not in the same circle, or you know you don't know me like from before, like if you don't know my government name, I'm gonna have to charge you for it.
Yeah, it is a business at the end of the day.
It's a business.
And you gotta get yours, man, because this is for you, this is for your family, and I respect that.
For sure.
100%.
The question came from his Facebook is Alexander Kevin Eichart, but he goes by IC Art.
Okay.
He's a Ottawa native. He's another local artist we interviewed earlier.
Okay.
So if you want to check him out, IC Art on Facebook.
Yeah.
He's actually from the La Salle too, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did? Oh, well, he did go to the La Salle as well.
Yeah.
He went to the La Salle as well.
That's it.
Yeah, and you guys might be the same age. I think.
Yeah, probably.
So I mean, so if you're asking the question, maybe he would collaborate with you, but at a charge.
Hey,
Alright.
there we have it. We got Loud Boy, guys. Much
Yeah.
respect, family, for coming in.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, you do